Namaste, my dear friends. Good evening and wish you all a very happy Sri Ram Navami. Today's topic is your body is your temple. The body is your temple. And I hope you can all see me and hear me clearly. Can some of you post on the chat box? Great. That's nice. Thank you, Sarabjit. So, today's transformational meditation class is on body is your temple. And it's such a wonderful topic and a topic that has always been very close to my heart. And a lot of my work is around this particular topic and trying to understand more about what the body is trying to tell us and how to communicate with the body and understand ourselves better by knowing more about the body and connecting to the body. So, we begin with a small presentation. After that, as is the standard format, we'll have some sharing question answers and then we'll have a guided meditation. So let us begin with the presentation. So once again, welcome you all friends to this Sunday evening transformational meditation class on Body is Your Temple. And once again, wish you all a very happy Sri Ram Navami, a wonderful festival. And the last Sunday was also a festival. It was the New Year's Day, Ugadi, Gudi Padava, and different names in different parts of India. But it's for many people the New Year Day and the starting of the Hindu calendar New Year. And before I proceed, I wish to express my deepest gratitude to my mentors, Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi, with whom I've had an almost 3-decade association and worked with them and have been continuing to work with them to bring this vision of Quantum Life University into physical manifestation. To understand more about what is the role of the physical body in our lives, and even from the perspective of the soul journey, the soul progression, and evolution, we must first understand that we are all unique expressions of the divine creative principle. You may call that divine creative principle by many names: God, all that is, source, oneness, whatever you call it. It is that divine creative principle which is the source of everything that exists in the universe. This is the fundamental truth that we must all understand and accept. And you are so unique that we are all this units of energy, consciousness, and wisdom. If you look at ourselves, we are nothing but units of energy, consciousness, and wisdom. Every soul can be considered to have these qualities, and source itself is a combination of energy, consciousness, and wisdom. And through us, we are all extensions of source, and through us, source experiences itself, and source is a continuously evolving energy. It's a continuously evolving consciousness, and it evolves through the experiences that we all have. And we are all like those rays from that. Like if the sun is like the source, then we are like the rays of the sun. If we are all like the tentacles which have come out, and every ray is having its own experience, but it is always connected to source, and the experience of every ray goes to add to the experience of all that is. And this is the creation. And we need to understand creation in order to understand the body, because it plays a very significant role in our lives. So, in this infinite universe, there is no other like you. So, you must rejoice in the fact that you are that singular, unique expression of the divine, of which there is no other Xerox copy or carbon copy or clone, whatever you may call it. There is no other like you. And your body in this physical life or the physical universe, in this physical dimension, in physical reality, your body is the one which acts as that unique vehicle. Again, it's unique because there's no other in the whole world or whole universe who has a body like you. You may even have identical twins, but even they would differ in some aspect or the other. And this uniqueness exists throughout the whole universe. And that's the uniqueness that is expressed through this body that we have, which is the gift from the divine. So we need to start recognizing it as that unique gift from the divine, and that unique vehicle that we have been given, which no one else has, no other soul has, no other entity has, to carry on their journey in this life. Again, I repeat that we are energy, consciousness, wisdom. We are conscious of ourselves, we are aware of ourselves, we are aware of our existence, and we are energy, and we are carrying with us the wisdom from all our past experiences. We evolve through the experiences that we have and the learning that we get from these experiences, and this never goes away from us. It's always there with us. Even when we leave this physical body and go on to take the next incarnation and another incarnation, all the wisdom that we gain through all our experiences continues to be with us. That's why this wisdom is always there with us. We always will remain a unit of energy, and we are always that unit of consciousness from the original source, which is the source of all creation. So let's look at an analogy of the body. Now you look at this chariot. So in this chariot, there is, of course, the physical chariot. You have the horses, you have the charioteer, and then you have the master of this chariot who is sitting behind and directing the charioteer where to go and how to go. So And there are four aspects of our own existence. One is, of course, we've been talking about it, the physical body. We have emotions, we have the mind, and then, of course, we have the non physical and immortal soul. It is the soul which is the individuation of the infinite consciousness, which we call God or Paramatma or Source or all that is. Now let's relate these four aspects to the chariot and everything else that you see there. The physical body represents the chariot. So no wonder we have this analogy where we call the physical body as the vehicle for the soul. So the physical body can be represented by the chariot. The emotions are represented by the horses. The mind is represented by the charioteer, and the soul is represented by the master. So if you look at it, in which direction will a chariot go? Who decides where the chariot should go? From this example, it's quite clear that it is obviously the master who needs to decide. It can't be the charioteer who decides. It can't be the horses that decide. And obviously, it can't be the chariot itself, which is just a physical vehicle which will go where the horses pull it. And the horses will go where the charioteer will direct them. And the charioteer will direct them where the master tells him to take the chariot. But in our lives, unfortunately, most of the times we don't follow this simple logic and this simple way of doing things. Often we allow the horses to run astray, meaning we allow our emotions to rule our lives. We allow our emotions to dictate our actions. Our actions follow blindly the emotions that we have. Or sometimes our mind just decides without consulting the soul or the higher aspect of us. It doesn't consult and it just does its own thing. And that will be like the charioteer going wherever he wants without bothering about where the master wants to go. And of course, the physical body is always this wonderful, humble servant. It doesn't do anything on its own, it just follows what the mind and the emotions tell it to do. And of course, if we are able to follow directly from the soul, then the soul will direct the mind, and then the mind in turn will direct the body, the emotions, and the emotions will then drive, literally, they will drive or pull the physical body. And that's how it is supposed to function. That's how we, as these wonderful consciousness of the souls which are experiencing this physical dimension of reality, the way we are supposed to operate. So let's try to get ourselves into this understanding first, that we need to always look into ourselves to understand what the soul wants to do at any given point of time, and what is the larger vision or the larger picture that we have for the lives, which sometimes we can call it as our life design or the life purpose. We need to connect to our soul and we need to keep checking whether we are going in the right direction, and the soul will be able to guide us and tell us whether we are going in the direction of the way it wants to go, or we are not going in that direction. So in which case we are going astray. And then there is a possibility for us to correct ourselves when we allow the mind to get silenced, and then we follow the deeper insights which come from within the soul. And this is often called as following your heart, because the heart is believed to be intimately connected to the soul. So when we say you're following your heart, you're allowing the mind to just take a back seat and go into the deeper guidance that the soul is giving, which comes in the form of intuition. It comes through the heart, and that's why it's called following your heart. And when we do this, we will be able to work in greater alignment with the soul's plan or the soul's agenda for this lifetime. And the soul's purpose can be met, and we can actually feel more fulfilled and content in our lives. So now you can understand more clearly why we can say that the body is a sacred temple. We have temples, and what do the temples house? What are the temples? What do we keep in the temples? We keep the deities. And what are deities? Deities are representation of the divine. And in a very similar fashion, our physical bodies are these temples which carry the soul. It's not that the body has a soul, of course. Don't get me wrong. Don't think that the body has a soul, because sometimes we hear this expression that the soul resides in the body. That's not correct. However, it's like saying that the whole of divinity is confined within the temple. It's not. You know that the whole of divinity is so vast that it spans the whole infinite universe. So, how can a temple hold the entire divine? But it is a place which focuses the energies of the divine and helps us to also connect in a better manner to the energies of the divine than in any other place. And that's why we hold these places as sacred, and they start becoming places of higher and higher energy. And as the energy level increases, we find that it becomes much easier to connect to the higher frequencies and the higher vibrations required to attune ourselves to the divine in such sacred places. And when we can understand that aspect of sacredness, when we go to a temple and offer our prayers to the divine, or we try to connect with the divine, or we meditate and try to connect with the divine, knowing that this is a place of higher energy and we can connect to the divine in a much better manner, more efficiently in such a place, then why is it that we don't do the same with our body? Why do we feel that the body is something, a very low aspect of our own existence? Why is it that we don't give it the importance and the sacredness that we give to some a pile of rocks which we put together and call it a temple? Whereas this amazing machine, if you can call it that, which is so complex and which has millions and millions of parts and billions and trillions of cells and nerves and neurons and so many things, and so complex that there is no possibility even in the near future that you can think of science trying to create anything like this in to like the something like the similar something like the human body. And still we don't recognize its sacredness, how awesome the body is, and what its role is as this vehicle for the soul in the physical plane. Because the soul, when it wants to navigate in the physical plane, just like you've seen the example of the chariot and the master, so when the master wants to move around, he needs the chariot, and the chariot performs that role. It also offers physical protection to that consciousness which is navigating in physical reality, because in physical reality, the laws of the physical world apply. In non physical reality, there is no destruction for the soul. But in the physical reality, the soul itself is indestructible, but its vehicle is definitely perishable, because it's navigating in physical reality. It's going in this reality which is purely physical, and the laws of the physical dimension apply over here. So now we can understand, try to connect more to this idea that this body is a sacred temple, and also understand all these four aspects that we have, which is our body, emotions, mind, and the spirit or the immortal soul, and how they are interconnected. What is the role that each one has to play, and how sometimes we get these roles mixed up and we allow, let us say, the mind, which is the charioteer, to become the master, or sometimes we allow the emotions, which are the horses, to become the masters. And obviously, there is chaos in our lives because that's what we are doing. And we do this in our unawareness. So let's become more aware of the fact that this is how the divine has created us, and this is how we are meant to operate in the physical plane. And it also makes logical sense when you look at it from this perspective, that this is the best way to operate. So, are you listening to the body? My question to you all is, are you really listening to the body, to your body? Your body is always trying to tell you something, but are you listening? And the second most important thing is that the body always speaks the truth. Your emotions may lie to you, your mind may lie to you, but your body will never lie to you. Because what you feel in the body is what you feel. You can never fake it. If you get a pain, you can't fake the pain and say that I don't have this pain. And you can't feel that it's not there. Because if it's there, it's there. And if it's not there, it's not there. And whatever sensation you get, you can feel that sensation exactly as you're feeling it without any deviation whatsoever. So it is a universal truth that the body always speaks the truth. It always tells you what is going on. But you need to develop that sensitivity and that connection to the body to be able to listen. It's like you are going to a class and there is a wise teacher who's telling you a lot of important things and teaching great truths. But let's say you're not attentive. You miss the whole lesson. You miss everything. And that's what happens. Our body is the wisest teacher. It is the best diagnostic system that we have. And that's been given to us by the divine. So we need to understand this and just keep following it, and we develop a more close connection with the body and continue to be able to talk to the body and ask it sometimes if you are in doubt, and it can tell you what to do, and it can tell you what is going on within yourself, and it can give you the directions as to what is going wrong. It's like, when you have a car, you're driving a car, and you suddenly find some kind of rattling sound that is coming from somewhere. Don't you immediately get a doubt that there's something wrong going on out there? We say, oh, there's something going wrong. So this is an indication of some defect or fault. So the moment you realize even a slight sound or a slight variation in the sound or the way it's moving, or let's say the car suddenly starts swaying a bit while you're driving, any of these slight changes, any good driver begins to sense, and they will look deeper. Then they'll look into it deeper and say, try to find out what is causing this. But unfortunately, when it comes to the body, we don't try to find out what is happening and why it's happening, because we view that as a purely physical act or a purely physical phenomenon. But it's not. It is an indication of something which is deeper, which has gone into imbalance in your emotions. And that again is an indication of something even deeper, which has gone into imbalance in your thoughts and beliefs. And if you go deeper and deeper, you will actually get to the source of the problem. So actually, the body is trying to help you because it's giving you that indication that in your thought process, something has gone out of balance. And again, the emotions are the go between. They are like that sound that you hear in the engine which is rattling, or the suspension which is making some sound, or the suspension which is causing the tires to sway around and swerve instead of the vehicle going straight. So these physical movements or the physical manifestation comes in the form of emotions, and finally it comes in the form of the physical discomfort that you experience or the dis-ease that happens in the body. So disease is nothing but a moving away from your state of ease. You are in a state of ease, and you are meant to be always in a state of ease, in a state of joy, in a state of comfort, in a state of continuous peacefulness and joyfulness. Yet, when there is a moving away from this state, your body is trying to indicate that to you. So don't treat that as a purely physical phenomenon. Go deeper into it, look into it, and see what is happening. And then you will be able to notice what is the emotion behind it. And again, from that, you'll be able to know what are the thoughts behind it. And when you can understand again where these thoughts and beliefs are coming from, they could be from your past experiences, from your childhood experiences, from the experiences of the time when you were in your mother's womb, and so many other factors. And when you go to the root cause of these factors, then you will be able to release these, and you can transform those beliefs, and then you can bring about not just healing of that physical problem or the disease that you're experiencing or the discomfort that you're experiencing, but you actually grow and evolve in all aspects of your existence: the physical, the emotional, the mental, and also the spiritual. Well, you may ask me, how come you evolve even spiritually? Because at the end, it is all about learning lessons. Spiritual evolution happens when you learn lessons. And when you transform your belief systems, then obviously that can happen when you have learned the lesson. You learn the lesson, and then you're able to completely transform a limiting or negative belief system. And in that sense, it also brings about the evolution of your soul. It also brings about your spiritual growth. And that's how important the body is. So, what we should keep as our goal is the alignment of body, mind, intellect, and soul. Now, here you must have noticed that I didn't use the word emotions, because the emotions are the go between the body and the mind. They are those aspects or those physical, they are, I can say, quasi physical. They are partly physical and partly non physical. And they are the go between the mind, which is purely non physical, and the body, which is purely physical. And the emotions are something which bridge the body and mind. And the intellect, you can call it as the higher mind. When you understand concepts, you develop concepts, and those concepts are applied in your life, like code of ethics, for instance, or what is the understanding for yourself, what is the right thing to do, dharma. These are all things to do with your intellect. And you bring all these into alignment, and it begins, friends, with the body. Because without understanding your body, without going deeper, and you helping, allowing the body to help you to go deeper, and using that as the entry point to go deeper into yourself, it becomes very difficult to actually understand what's going on inside and what needs to be changed inside. So, this body, mind, intellect, and soul integration or alignment is what you should make as your goal. And when you make this goal as your part of your daily life, that awareness of your goal, because you must always know where your goal is. And when your sights are always on the goal, you will really not have the energy, or you will not be in that frame of mind to even bother about the obstacles that are coming in the way, because you are so focused on the sight of the goal that the obstacles will no longer be any obstacles for you. They won't be any real challenge. They don't pose any real challenge for you. So, friends, going deeper into your own self can be done very effectively in such a wonderful manner, so gracefully and graciously, through understanding your body, through having this communication with your body, and developing this friendship and love for your own body. And you can develop this alignment of body, mind, intellect, and soul. So, this is what I was trying to share in this presentation. And we can now open up to some questions. And if you want to have more information, you can also visit our website, which is qluglobal.org. And now you can post any questions that you have on the chat box. Thank you, friends. Okay, there's a question for from Aman Shah. It says, "Is only meditation the way that helps in this alignment?" Meditation is one of the most powerful ways to help aligning the body, mind, spirit, because you can understand the role of each of these aspects when you're in meditation. The mind becomes silent and you'll be able to connect more to your deeper intention. And so, as someone has put it, like, the breath is the way to connect the body and mind. Okay. So, um, and someone has asked about how to use this technique in finding a solution for skin disease. It's not just about skin disease. The skin problem is an indication of deeper issues. Like any ailment, it is an indication of deeper issues. And when we do that, automatically the you get to know what is the belief system or what is that pattern of thought that you have which has caused this particular problem, and you will be able to heal not just that, but you will also be able to heal that pattern of thought itself, which is why you can then be happy that this indication has come to you in the form of this problem from the body, because if this had not come, you would not probably aware of that deeper problem with the belief system, and then you would not have worked on it. So friends, now we'll just take a 4 or 5 minute break, and we'll be back at around 5:40, and then we will have a guided meditation, Anapanasati meditation, and we'll also have a slight guided meditation to know how to connect with the body and understand how to become more aware of what is happening in the body. So let's meet again at 5:40. Thank you. So welcome back, friends. We will now begin this Anapanasati meditation, but I request you all to wait till the end of the meditation, because after some time of Anapanasati meditation, towards the end of the meditation, we'll have the guided meditation, and it will go seamlessly. I'm not going to say this is the end of the regular meditation and then we're going to do a separate meditation about connecting with the body, because from that itself, we will seamlessly flow into that other guided meditation. So please wait till the ending so that you can actually have this benefit of this wonderful process of connecting with the body and communicating with the body. And before that, you go into the end. Right now, you can have an intention of any particular physical ailment or illness or something that you feel that you wish to work on, or you feel that you need to have some answers or solution for those conditions that you are experiencing, so that is will be the thing that you will work on when we do the guided meditation part of it. So let us begin. Sit in a comfortable posture. If you're sitting in a chair, you can cross your feet at the ankles, remove your spectacles if you have any, clasp your hands, interlock your fingers, and then close your eyes and sit as straight as possible, but without being uncomfortable. And even if there is a slight bend of the back, it is okay. And just try to be as straight as possible without sacrificing on the physical comfort. And if you're sitting on the floor, then you can sit cross-legged on the floor. Again, clasp your hands, interlock your fingers, close your eyes, and just begin to observe your breathing. Observe how your breath is going in and how it's going out. Just let yourself know that at this point of time, you have nothing to do, nowhere to go, no hurry, and no worry. Just you are going to be giving your undivided attention to your breath. And whenever your mind goes into some thought processes, you will remember that your present work is just to observe the breath, and you will come back to observing the breath. No need to take any deep breath, and there's no need to hold your breath. Just your natural, easy, effortless, peaceful, calm, tranquil breath. When you are with your breath, your awareness goes beyond the body, beyond the emotions, and beyond the mind, into that deepest essence of your true self. If you're still getting any thoughts, just try this. Try and wait to see what the next thought is going to be. Be alert, attentive, and watchful so that you can find out what your next thought is going to be. While your full attention is with the breath, just notice what is happening in the body. Don't think about the sensations. If you're experiencing some sensations in the body, don't think about them. Just observe them, witness them. So you're going to give your total attention to the breath, and at the same time, just witness what is happening in the body. Become a pure witness. A pure witness does not think about what is being witnessed, but continues to witness. The moment you start thinking, you lose your awareness of what is going on. You will no longer be able to notice the sensations and notice what is happening. Initially, you keep getting into this habitual process of thinking about what's going on in the body, what is happening, why is it happening, those kind of thoughts. Now, with your awareness, you will give less and less attention to these thoughts and give more and more attention to what is happening without thinking about it. Just be with your breath and witness what's happening in the body. And now, just begin to be more aware of what is happening in the body. What are the different sensations in different parts of the body that you're experiencing? How are you feeling? Is there any particular part of the body which you wanted to work upon and where you are finding a greater level of discomfort or intense sensations, just become more aware of that part. Just give more attention to that part of the body and more attention to what is going on there. Just continue with closed eyes, breath awareness, but begin to give more attention to that part of the body and to what is going on over there. Don't attempt to think of reducing the discomfort or wishing that it goes away. Just let it be as it is and just give it your attention. Just notice what is happening and where it is happening, and just give it more and more of your attention. Just continue to be with your breath and give more and more attention to that part of the body where you're experiencing the discomfort or unpleasant sensations. And now, just trust the first impression that you get and notice what is the emotion that is associated with this sensation. When you get this sensation, what is the feeling that you get inside? What is the emotion that is rising up within you? Trust the first impression that you get. Is it anger, sadness, helplessness, or so many other types of emotions? I've just given examples. But trust the first impression that is coming from within you. As you just focus on this sensation or unpleasant feeling, just notice what is the emotion that is connected with this, which is arising from within you. And now give all your attention to this emotion and to the sensation, both together. You're giving your attention to this sensation as well as the emotion that is connected with it. Even if that emotion starts increasing and it is becoming more and more unpleasant, uncomfortable, even unbearable, it is okay. Just allow it to be there as it is and just give it all your attention. Give all your attention to the sensations and the emotion that is connected to that. And now, just trust the first impressions that you get and notice what kind of thoughts that you have repeatedly, some kind of repetitive thinking or some kind of a belief that you have which is connected to this emotion and to this sensation that you're experiencing. Just allow it to come into your awareness. This thought, repetitive thought, or belief that you have, which is connected with this emotion of yours. And now just give all your attention to this belief. Since how long do you remember that you have had this belief? And how do you feel when you have this belief? And now consider how you would feel if you did not have this belief. How would you be and how would you feel? Now understand this very important truth that what you had is just a belief. It is not the truth. Understand the difference between a belief and truth. And now, are you ready to let go of this limiting belief? So just surrender this belief back to the universe to deal with and to transform it in the best possible way. And now you can adopt a more positive belief after letting go the limiting or negative belief. And as you do this, notice how it feels in your body. How did it feel before and how does it feel now? And visualize the feeling getting better and better, more joyful, more energetic, more vibrant. And feel it with great intensity. Go forward into the future and see what you would achieve with this new belief. How would you be and how would you feel? What kind of joy would you experience? And where would you feel that joy in your body? Feel it right now. Visualize everything as if it's happening right now and feel everything as if it's happening right now. And now express gratitude to every situation in your life because all the challenges have helped to push you forward into a greater state of being. Express gratitude to everyone who has come into your life because whether you had pleasant or unpleasant interactions with them, everyone has contributed to you being where you are at this point of time in your life. So acknowledge everyone and everything and feel that gratitude and feel it in every cell of your being. And with this energy of gratitude within you and with your every cell vibrating with this energy of gratitude, once again project into the future with the changed belief, where you no longer have that limiting belief and you have transformed it into the positive belief, and look at what you would achieve with this new belief. And once again, feel everything in your body. Feel the joy that you would feel then and visualize everything as if it's happening right now. Feel everything as if you are there in this moment and everything is happening in this moment. And remember this positive feeling in your body as you go forward in every day of your life. Whenever you remember this feeling, you will once again reconnect to all the positivity and connect to that positive future and bring in the beginning of the manifestation of that future. Another 1 minute. Just integrate this whole experience and slowly start returning back into the present moment, into the here and now with all the understanding so that you can, in your future meditations, go deeper and deeper into this process and let go of the limiting and negative beliefs by allowing your body to show you and lead you to the root cause of the discomfort that you experience in the body. Another 30 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. You may open your eyes. You can rub your palms, place them on your eyes, and slowly, slowly open your eyes. Anyone who wishes to share their experience in brief, in a couple of lines, can do so on the chat box. And welcome back, friends. And while some of our friends might be taking some time to share on the chat box, I'm very happy to announce that this coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 16th and 17th of April, we are conducting a workshop on dialogues with the body. And this is the first hybrid workshop that we are having from QLU, where we are going to have participants at our Banjara Hills office in Hyderabad. And at the same time, we are going to have many of our friends joining from all over the world. So, this is a wonderful way to start communicating with the body and working with the body. And please share this with your friends. It's available, details are available on our website, and those who are interested, the registrations are open. Yeah. So, yes, Sonia says that, she feels that eating food is a limiting belief for obesity and she feels guilty. So, your body will be able to tell you what is that emotion that you're trying to avoid by going into more of eating, and you'll then be able to work on that. Emotion will lead you to a belief system, and that belief can be transformed. So you have to continue to work with this process repeatedly, and you will be able to overcome that limiting belief. And Srilata says that there was a tingling sensation in the head and didn't want to come out, as if because healing was going on. Yes, sometimes the guided meditations that we do are a bit short because we have a shortage of time, but you could use the same process and continue this meditation at home. And Vijay Lakshmi Garu says that as such, no ailment, and was a bit confused as to how to go about. Yeah, if there is no ailment, that is fine, but you can work on any other area like some emotional issue or something which you feel there is discomfort, and directly start working from the unpleasant emotion and go deeper to find out the belief. And if there is no emotion also where you have a problem, in that case you can directly start working with some kind of a thought which you get, which you feel, or some kind of an attitude issue like low confidence or something which you feel that you need to work on. So thank you very much, friends. Thank you for being a part of today's meditation class, and I look forward to connect with you all in future classes. So stay tuned to QLU and visit our YouTube channel. We are introducing so many new videos every week, and you will find so many new topics in the videos that we are putting up on YouTube. And also stay connected to our programs, many workshops, webinars, and other schedules have been announced and they've been put up on the website. So please look into this, and if you have any doubts, and you can always contact our team. Our contact numbers are given in the website. So our website details are as follows. I've already shared the website. It's qluglobal.org. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much. Namaste. And once again, wish you all a very happy Sri Ram Navami.